Once an invading army enters mountain terrain, the balance of power starts to shift, because mountains give defenders one of the oldest advantages in warfare: high ground. For thousands of years, armies have fought to control hills and ridges, because from high ground you can see your enemy. You can observe their movement. You can watch roads, passes, and supply routes below, and you can fire downward into advancing forces. Meanwhile, the attacking army must move uphill. Anyone who has climbed steep terrain knows how quickly fatigue sets in. Now imagine doing that while carrying weapons, equipment, and body armor. And now imagine doing it while someone above you knows exactly where you are. That is the reality of mountain warfare. The defender begins the fight with a natural advantage before the battle has even started. But high ground is only part of the problem. Mountains also create concealment. Caves, ridges, narrow valleys, hidden tracks, dead ground where vehicles and patrols cannot easily see what lies ahead. This terrain makes it extremely difficult for a large army to dominate the battlefield. Because even with advanced technology, the invading force still has to move through physical terrain. And mountains give defenders endless places to hide, observe, and strike, which leads to another major problem: guerrilla warfare. Mountains are perfect terrain for small, irregular forces. Instead of fighting large battles, defenders can operate in small groups. They strike quickly, ambush a convoy, attack a patrol, destroy part of a road, then disappear back into the terrain. By the time the invading force responds, the attackers are gone. This kind of warfare slowly drains the strength of an invading army. Instead of fighting one decisive battle, the army is forced to defend hundreds of roads, valleys, and supply routes at once. Every pass becomes a potential ambush. Every valley becomes another place where defenders can strike. But terrain is not the only enemy. The environment itself becomes part of the war. Mountain weather can be brutal. Cold temperatures weaken soldiers. Thin air reduces physical performance. Altitude sickness affects troops who are not acclimatized. Snowstorms close mountain passes. Fog blocks visibility. Landslides destroy roads. Even basic resupply becomes difficult when the weather turns hostile. In mountain warfare, armies are not just fighting people. They are fighting the land itself, and the land never gets tired. Then there is the problem of heavy equipment. Modern armies rely heavily on tanks, armored vehicles, and artillery. These machines are devastating in open terrain. But mountains strip away that advantage. Steep slopes restrict movement. Narrow roads limit maneuver. Bridges may not support heavy vehicles. Vehicles become trapped on predictable routes, and once that happens, one of the invading army's biggest strengths becomes a weakness. The army may have superior technology, but the terrain limits where that technology can actually be used. This is why powerful armies often struggle in mountains. Mountains disrupt speed. They stretch logistics. They favor small, mobile forces over large, mechanized ones, and they turn every advance into a slow, grinding struggle. Mountain warfare becomes a test of endurance, not speed, not shock, endurance, and history has already shown us exactly what that kind of war looks like. Look at the history of the Hindu Kush, Afghanistan,